You guys know that in the Indian cuisine, curry is not just a spice, dish, or sauce that they use, but it has a very powerful meaning behind it. They believe that curry brings them good luck and good health. As you guys might know, my name is Taylor, and I'll be happy to be sharing with you guys how culture is displayed through food around the world. Many people might think that food is just food, but it's not. Food has so much meaning behind it, especially in the various different cultures. And I'll be talking about three different cuisines. The first one is the Indian cuisine, second is the Filipino cuisine, and lastly is the Mexican cuisine. First, I'd like to start off with the Indian cuisine, and to kind of touch base on what I was talking about in the beginning is they believe that curry brings them good luck and good health. They believe that curry does have antibacterials, anti-inflammatories, and tons of other things that improve their health. Also, there's tons of different types of curries. There's coconut-based curries, cream-based curries, spinach-based curries, etc. And according to Akriti Agarwal, classifying them all as curry reduces thousands of years of culture and history of delicious food to one word, which is just unfair, which I believe. And also, another thing that I found interesting about the Indian cuisine culture is that most of them are vegetarian. They do not like to eat meat. They think that cattle or eating pork is very unhygienic, and they mostly at most restaurants you go to that's Indian based culture, you're not going to have any meat that comes from a cattle or pork. A lot of vegetables, rice, the curry, etc. Next, we'll be talking about the Filipino culture. The Filipino culture is quite intriguing. I remember I used to have one of my instructors for nursing was Filipino, and she always would tell me that they always have rice. They begin the day with rice and they end the day with rice. They believe that it's it brings prosperity and wealth. And a fun fact is rice is brought into the first thing brought into a new home is rice. Sorry. And additionally, the thought of food brings peace, and even just cooking for somebody really shows how much you care for them. And according to Jesse Salcido, Filipino food is a kind of love language in her family. The act of sharing food or even just cooking for somebody is such a large way to show somebody you care. Which that shows, even if you just cook for somebody, it shows how much you care about them. Them cooking meals shows, hey, this person really cares. So it's really important for them. Also, in hard times, they say that food is a kind of a happy time, that it brings everyone together and kind of relieves the stress of a difficult time. And lastly, I will be talking about the Mexican cuisine. The Mexican cuisine is one of my favorites. There's so many Mexican restaurants in my hometown, which are all very tasty. And the first thing that comes to my mind when I think about Mexican cuisine is tacos. Tacos are delicious. Tacos are kind of a staple in the Mexican cuisine. One, they like how versatile it is. They also like how it's it can be made with reasonable prices. Usually the tortillas are freshly made, the vegetables aren't that expensive to buy. The meat might be the most expensive, but overall it's a good nutritious meal that'll keep you full. Also, I love how the Mexican cuisine has their presentation of food has so many bold colors with all the chilies, avocados, tomatoes, and I believe that the Mexican cuisine really presents their dishes well. Um, and yeah, so food plays an important role in cultural identity. People don't realize that food is not just food, like I had said in the beginning. Food is what gives us our human body energy, and it means a lot to certain people, and it plays a big factor in certain cultural backgrounds. Also, a fun fact is that rice is the most eaten in around the world. In all three cuisines I had talked about, rice is one of the main things or main dishes or sides that they use. So I thought that was just a little fun fact to add, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah.